because he lives it. And Jimmy knows what you're going through because he goes through it too. He's here to talk about it. It's seed and feed, chemicals and compost, vaccinations and irrigation. It's time for Today in Ag with Jimmy Clark.
Hey, good day to all you great stewards of the land, or stewards. Let me get that right. I've been, I don't know from one day to the next if I say that right or not, but you get the idea, right? Anyway, hope you're having a good day out there. Today's show brought to you by First National Bank and Trust of Elk City in Sarah, Oklahoma. It is Hayday Tuesday, so get your pencil and pen ready. And we got some hay for sale coming up here in the last segment of the show. I think Brandon's going to come on today. He had a short day yesterday, so he ought to be rested up for the show today. Let's check out some temperatures right now. 47 degrees at Guyman, 52 at Beaver, 49 at the May Ranch, 44 at Lahoma, 50 at Camargo, America, home of my cousin Eddie, 49 at Cheyenne, home of that secret weapon. 50 degrees at Hollis, 47 at Hobart. Oh, see here. Out here in the panhandle of Texas. What we got? Palador Reservoir, 47 degrees. 51 at Miami, 50 at Dozer. Wellington, you're 50. Childress, 52. And Odell is 48 degrees. All right, man, there's so much to talk about today. I don't even know where to start. But I know one thing. If you hadn't checked the board here lately, the lives and the feeders look really, really good. We'll get to that coming up here in the next segment. Let's see what happened overnight in our big world of agriculture. Wheat futures were lower overnight after Australia raised its outlook for its massive wheat crop. Australian wheat production will rise to 35.6 million metric tons in 25-26 marketing year, up from the previous outlook of 33.8 million tons, according to research from the Australian Bureau of Agriculture and Resource Economics and Sciences. How about that name? That's up 4% year over year and 29% above the prior 10-year average. The USDA last month forecast Australian wheat output at 36, so they were almost spot on. Production in the state of Western Australia is expected to jump 6% annually and be the second largest crop on record. Output in South Australia and Victorian is projected to increase significantly from the previous year when the drought kind of got them. Soybean futures, meanwhile, came up overnight, trading on signs of demand after China purchased 312,000 metric tons from the U.S. suppliers. An unnamed country, a John Doe country, also purchased 273,988 metric tons of corn for delivery in the current marketing year that ends on August 31st. Steel prices were capped as investors await further soybean purchases from China, the world's largest importer of the oilseeds, to meet a stated goal of 12 million metric tons by the end of the year. Wheat futures for March delivery fell 3 cents to $5.32 a bushel overnight on the Chicago Board of Trade, while Kansas City lost 4 pennies to $5.22 and 3/4 cents a bushel. Corn futures added a penny and a quarter to $4.46 and a quarter a bushel. Soybean futures for January delivery gained 5.5 to $11.34.5 a bushel. Soy meal was up 70 cents to $3.15.30 a short ton, and soy oil added 0.25 cents to 52.61 cents a pound. All right, first report of the week. I like it. The USDA is back to work. Inspections of corn for offshore delivery declined week to week, while soybean assessments improved, according to data from the USDA. Corn inspections in the 7 days that ended on November 27th fell to 1.42 million metric tons. That's down from 1.7 million tons a week earlier, but way ahead of last year at 948,000 tons. Examinations of soybeans for export, however, came up to 920,194 metric tons. That's up a little over 100,000 tons from the week before, but way below last year at 2.11 million. Wheat inspections were reported at 384,000 metric tons. I'm just rounding it off to an easy number. And that's down from 480,000 tons a week before, but well ahead of the 298,000 tons last year. Since the start of the marketing year on September 1st, the USDA has inspected just short of 11.9 million metric tons behind last year's at 21.8 million tons. The sharp year-over-year decline is due to China's lack of purchases until a trade deal with the U.S. was signed in October. Wheat assessment since the start of the grain marketing year on June 1st is now at 13.2 million metric tons. That's a little over 2 million metric tons better than last year. How's that going? What's the National Weather Service saying about weather in our farm belt? This winter weather advisories remain in effect from Indiana to the Atlantic Ocean. Snowfall in Indiana has mostly diminished. And in central Ohio, another 2 inches of snow is forecasted for today. The heavier snow is expected. It's already ended, so we don't even have to put down. Man, I guess that was a big cluster up there at Oklahoma City yesterday. 2 fatalities, 225 people went to hospital and injuries with all that crazy weather and wrecks and stuff that was going up there. We don't need none of that around here. I think we're a little smarter around here. We don't have to be there in going 100 miles an hour. It's just so hopefully everybody will be all right from that was injured and sent to the hospital. What else we got going on? Oh, I want to know, is anybody, one of our listeners, has got any wind towers on their farm? You know, I caught a story on this about, I don't know, 6-8 months ago. And then my boss brought it up again a while ago. Has anybody ever had their grass tested for that's around wind towers? You know, that story that I don't even think I read it on the show because I didn't have any scientific proof behind it. But they've been finding those microfibers coming off the wind towers in their grass, and it's unedible, not unusable, but I guess it is unusable for cattle because of the fibers that are in the grass. Has anybody? I know there's a lot of wind towers in western Oklahoma. Surely somebody's out there has had it tested, but if not, I might have to get on that project. It'd be interesting to see what's going on there. It always made me think. I know one thing. I was fracking a well up by Eagle City, and to the east or to the west of Eagle City there, and we had a wind tower. I remember the landowner's name, Charlie. That's all I'll say, Charlie. And there was a wind tower right there next to our location. And you guys has been in the oil field or been around any oil field equipment, you know, frac pumps, when all 10 or 12 of them are going, it's loud out there. And you could, me, as hard hearing as I am, I could hear that wind tower woof, woof, over the frac pumps. It's crazy. So, like I said, I'm not a wind tower fan. I'm sorry. I don't like them. I think they've changed things as far as migration of migratory birds. I think they've changed the weather, and just me. It's just me. I'm not mad at the landowners for putting them on their land. Don't get me wrong. That's your guys' business. I don't mean I have to like wind towers, but no, I just see if anybody had tested their grass for microfibers coming off the blades off the wind towers. If you do, I'd sure like to get that information from you if you don't mind. Okay, today is the Stockman's Veterinarian Clinic, happy hour. As we move into the winter, and with ever increasing input costs for feed, hay, labor, open cows can't pay their way. Calling open cows and cows that calve outside your normal calving window is one of those single most important management practices we can do to increase efficiency and profitability. Also, remember that it's never too late to schedule a herd visit to establish a relationship with Dr. Mouse and to discuss any herd health issues that you can avoid. Emergencies can't be prevented, but many herd health problems are easier to prevent than to treat. Let us work with you to help improve your herd's health and your bottom line. From vaccinations to prevent disease, testing to ensure efficient use of dewormers, and more importantly, the correct antibiotic selection and a dose with it when an issue does arise. We're here to help. Call Stockman's at 580-225-0200 for all your animal needs. Speaking of that, it wouldn't be a bad time with all the bull sales starting towards the end of this month. And January and February are crazy bull months, bull sale months. Might be a good time because price of slaughter bulls at the sale barn are still up pretty good in the $180 to plus range. If it's a good bull, get them tested, and if not any good, send them to the sale barn. Put your money in your 401k, draw some interest on it for about a month, and then have more money to go buy a really good bull. I'm just kidding. But think about that. Right now would be a good time to test your bull, and instead of waiting until this spring and then having to scramble to find a good bull at the bull sale or buying privately from somebody. All right, let's take a Stockman's Bet break. We'll be right back.
The Day in Ag with Jimmy Clark.
Hey folks, this is EJ Gretaman with ASCO Equipment out of Elk City, Oklahoma. If you need rental equipment, I got your back. From excavators to wheel loaders, telehandlers, and forklifts, we rent the brands that you know and trust. With flexible terms, responsible service, and expert support, we're here to keep your job on track. Need equipment? We're on it here at ASCO Equipment. Visit ascoeq.com or stop by our Elk City branch, 513 West 20th here in Elk City, Oklahoma, or you can just give me a call, 580-243-9233. Appreciate it, folks, and y'all have a blessed day.
So if your farmer need a hose built, you can come in, we'll build it. Oilfield customer and need us to come out and see you, we'll come out and see you and take an order or pick up a hose, build it, bring it back to you. Solves that problem. I'm Brock Kalk, and my company is American Hose and Supply. We sell all types of industrial hose and fittings, oilfield or agriculture. You needed a hose like yesterday. We will stop what we're doing, and if we got to go to our Oklahoma City shop and get it, we'll do that. And I've done that for a lot of my customers. The business I've done with the oilfield, they got to see your face. Whether it's weekly, bi-weekly, monthly, whatever the customer prefers, that's what we're going to do. We sell all types of industrial hose and fittings. In the oilfield, sometimes you get a call for a crazy, hey, can you get this? And you go find it for them. American Hose and Supply. Come by and see us at 2111 South Main, Elk City, Oklahoma, in Camrock Building next to Fred's.
Or call 303-1123.
Solves that problem.
It helps to work with someone who's been down the same road you're traveling. Someone who knows what you're up against and what you're going through. When it comes to farmers and ranchers, that's us. That's who we are. Our lenders know ag inside and out because we're producers too. We approach it like a partnership. We want to put ag producers in position to be successful. We're very laid back and easy to deal with. And people seem to like that. We think you'll like it too. I'm Marty Maddox. Great Plains Bank in Elk City is here to lend farmers and ranchers a helping hand. Member FDIC.
You farmers like saving money on stuff you gotta have? You can save instantly when you buy 2 or more eligible Bridgestone or Firestone ag tires at Blair Tire and Feed. Get $300 off all eligible AD, 2IF, and VF radial tires and Bridgestone radials. Get $200 off all eligible non-AD2 radial tires and get $25 off Destination Farm and Destination Turf. Blair Tire and Feed at the Crossroads in Blair, Oklahoma. Save instantly on the tires you gotta have.
You could get specific and get them heated jackets and vests. You could get a Milwaukee Tools or Carlisle Tools or a toolbox. You could even get a new driver a car detailing kit. If you know what they want or what they need, you can get specific. Or you can do the easy thing and get them a Napa gift card for Christmas. Don't forget the stockings. Air fresheners for the car, flashlights, gloves, tumblers. How about phone chargers, Bluetooth speakers, or hand warmers? You know who's got all of this. Napa Auto Parts of Elk City, 716 West 3rd.
Next spring, you'll fire up the tractor, turn the earth, plant the seed, and be on your way to another harvest. If you take care of your tractor right now. Before you put it up, do the maintenance so you'll be ready to go next spring. Everything you need to keep your tractor performing is at Camrock Supply. All the grease and hydraulic fluids and filters. All the nuts and bolts, all the tire patches. All the stuff is at Camrock Supply. All of it. Next to Fred's Steakhouse in Elk City. When it's time, make sure your tractor is ready to go.
He loves talking about farming and ranching. Here's more of Today in Ag with Jimmy Clark.
All right, welcome back, everybody. Whoa, I'm on the wrong weather forecast there. Here we go. McLean, Texas, 50 degrees, humidity's 20, dew point's 10. Winds are out of the south at 22 with wind gusts up to 33. Let's see here. No month-to-date precipitation, 513 minutes of sub-freezing. Temperature already today, 8-inch soil. Temperature, 44 degrees. Well, on the phone with me now is the new upcoming governor of Oklahoma, Brandon Hickey.
Oh, gosh, I hope not.
Dude, after last week and all the response I got off of your little segment on my show last week, they said Brandon Hickey for governor was put up there more than once.
Oh, dear.
I got you. I got you covered. I got some backers if you get interested. They're not even cattle producers.
Oh, my.
Yeah. No. Well, all joking aside, though, a lot of people enjoyed the conversation you and I had last week, and it was real, and it was, it was uncensored. So.
Well, I think I was thinking back. I'm not sure it was a conversation. I think it was just a rant.
yeah, but it was better than anything you see on Elk City Rant and Raves on Facebook. So it was all good, but no, I appreciate it. I know we had a short week, so how was your Thanksgiving? Did you guys rehome any big bucks?
We did. Yep. And some big bucks and some does and some hogs. Dispatched some hogs. So it was. We had a pretty good shoot 'em up Thanksgiving break.
What did you guys have for Thanksgiving dinner? Brisket,
turkey, and ham. Cajun turkey.
So what's a Cajun turkey? Just it's got Cajun sauces in it, spices.
Yeah, it's got Cajun spices in it. Got a little extra kick to it, and it's pretty good. Spices up that turkey pretty darn good.
Oh, sounds good. Yeah, it was good, very good. And then, no sale at Elk City.
Yep.
I bet you're booking pretty good for this coming week, though, huh?
Yeah. We're up to, I think we're just shy of 350 cows already on the consignment list for this week. So they're adding up in a hurry. They getting a lot of calves on the list as well. So missing last Friday, we ought to have a pretty good sized one this week.
Oh, I forget. I'm going to wait till next week to bring those 16 to 20 of the landlords. So I'm coming in next week, not this week.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I meant to text that to you earlier, and I forgot. Yep. But yeah, we're going to do it.
Glad you let me know. I'll move you to the following week.
Yeah, move me to the following week if you would. And then question is, I get to, it's I don't know how many times we can explain it. And so if you have to stop taking cows this week, that'll be 12 weeks, 12 sale weeks in a row. Mm-hmm. And then, but I get this question all the time, and it's not why you could not take any more cows. Where are these cows coming from? Because I tried to explain from, and these ain't trader cows. I said, these are people bringing in their cows, maybe cull cows, or there's just whatever coming off the ranches. I said, these aren't trader cows, but what's your opinion on that? What's your vocal on that?
So we're drawing cows from a very large area. a lot of cows out of Texas, quite a few cows out of Kansas, quite a few cows out of Oklahoma, of course, and then we're even drawing some cows from Louisiana.
Wow.
And the bulk of these cows that are coming are mostly, not all, but are mostly aged out cows. That they've gotten old and it's time to move on, and it's they're just time to replace them or whatnot. Most of them are bred, but we are also getting some young cows from some dry places up in Kansas that they're sending them down here where we've had a little bit more moisture to sell them, and so just a little bit of everything. This week we've actually got two really nice sets of bred heifers coming in that these guys are wanting to get peddled right here before they get ready to start calving right after the first of the year. So
that'd be a good buy. Somebody needs to come in.
Yep.
One of your buyers that buys some cows from you there at the sale barn, he was at church Sunday, and he had, I don't know, 18 or 19 red cows that he wanted to sell, and I asked him how much, and then I made him an offer. But I made him an offer in church so he wouldn't cuss me. And then Cotton King got on social media and didn't help me out any either. So
Yep.
But yeah, no, that's what I kind of try to explain to people. I said, we got areas, like last year, you had some cows coming in from New Mexico because they were in their drought, and they didn't have nothing for them to eat, and we had this area over here around your sale barn at Elk City. We had grass and we had green grass, and and some of those older cows, even though there's lots of guys like buying older bred cows, keeping them around for a period of time and then rebreeding them and kind of getting them in good shape and reselling them, and just the way the cycle goes.
Yep. Yes, sir.
Yeah. So they're good. So, well, you had a small sale at Western Oklahoma yesterday because of the holidays, and let me see here.
I think partially because of the holiday and partly because a little bit concerned about what the market might be going to do.
Yeah, exactly. That too.
With the limit down that we'd had last Monday, and it kind of, I figured it might really go down all prior to Thanksgiving Day, and it didn't, which I was very, very glad about. But but I think everybody was a little nervous about the market. But that those feeder cattle, $30 a hundred higher than they were the week before on that on that limit down day that we had there. So it was definitely a lot more interest, definitely a lot more activity. I mean, you could tell there was a lot of wait and see attitude the Monday before, but definitely a lot more interest and attitude there, a lot more good attitude and interest there yesterday.
Yeah, I just brought up the board that I got to read here in a little bit, and feeders are up almost $8 for January today.
Yeah.
So the lives are up over 4, so it's looking better. Well, the one that really caught my eye, obviously, I mean there was 2 of them, but you had Hunter out of Arapahoe came in yesterday, weighing 775, brought 332. I'll take it.
Yes, sir.
Yep. So then the heifers, more the same with what's been going on with the heifers the last 2 to 3 weeks ever since the chaos started, but they're still doing good. And I know I hear guys says, well, I've left $300 or $400 out on the table. And yes, you have, but you still have $300 to $400 more than what you had last year.
Yep, exactly.
So so that's going good. So, what somebody just texted in? What kind of bred heifers you got coming in at Elk City Friday?
There's all black and baldy Angus-based heifers, all bought from from right there out of Elk City Livestock Auction from local consigners.
Oh, cool. So they're local heifers.
Yep, they absolutely are bred to 7H Chad Helton low birth weight Angus bulls.
Oh, good. Yeah, that'll be good. And then and they're already adapted to our stupid weather around here, so you're good to go.
yeah.
So I know you had a short sale yesterday. You got anything upcoming for it next Monday that you know of?
Yeah, I do. I've already got 47 good long-winged 4-weights coming from Butler already on the list. Got a really nice set of black older bred cows coming in from Taloga. A gentleman just called me this morning and consigned. He said, I'll have somewhere between 80 and 90 if I can get them all caught. You'll be an all-one ranch older bred cow deal, and he wasn't sure if they would all be without teeth or if there could be some cows that would still have a little teeth in. But he said they're old enough that I'm gonna go ahead and peddle them and see about replacing them. So.
Oh, good deal. Yeah, and then that'll be nice. I mean, I wonder if a veterinarian can make a good living putting in false teeth in older good cows. That's something to think about. Implants.
If you could find any of these cheap farmers or ranchers to pay them for
it. Hey, you're going to give up your hearing aid or your false teeth so your cow can eat, or what's up? All right. Well, we got into, I had a question for you a couple weeks ago that we were supposed to get to last week. And of course that got blown out of the water. So here's your question, Mr. Hickey. And that is, why is Oklahoma so much more stouter in the livestock auction barns than the state of Kansas or Texas?
Well, I think overall it's just location, and a certain amount of quality. We're up here closer to the wheat pasture part of the world, and when you go to talking about Texas, I mean, there's a lot of difference between the prices in the Texas Panhandle as compared to the prices in southern Texas.
Right.
And a lot of that is just distance, and then the farther down there you get, the more ear you get on the cattle, so a little bit less desirable for up here. But we're in a good spot to have lots of really good cows, lots of really good quality, and we're really close to the wheat fields and the feedlots both. So we're just in a kind of an ideal location, and so we're I think that's why. But there's not going to be a lot of difference between Oklahoma's prices on cattle, as compared to the Texas Panhandle. But when you go to figuring in the whole of Texas, it's so large and such a large area, you get to figure in the distance and the quality difference, and that's your main reasons.
Right. Yeah, and so Texas has way more cattle than Oklahoma has, and is the definition of that is probably, I know there's a lot of dairy cattle in Texas, especially in the Texas Panhandle. So that number kind of comes into play too. And I'm talking tens of thousands of dairy cattle, but you get, but Texas has so much more cattle the number that is than Oklahoma. But is that because of a lot of them are in the feedlots, I'm guessing?
Now ask me that again.
Okay, so Texas's population of cattle is way more than Oklahoma. I think we're in the top. We're number 3 or number 4, but Texas and Nebraska and Kansas, they got because of the feedlots. But there's so much more cattle in Texas. Why is their sale barn receipts so much smaller than Oklahoma, I guess is the question. Is it because they got a lot in the feedlots and they're shipped down there and blah, blah, blah?
Well, I think there's numerous reasons. I mean, I don't think it's anything that can be. I don't think you can put your finger on just one thing. Part of it is the population density. And then a big chunk of it is the how much the stocking rates. You know, as you get farther south, you get a lot more. It takes a lot more acres to run those cows. So, you know, that's a big chunk of it. You know, it's multiple things, and you got a lot of different sell barns, and you know, you get some of them big ranches, and they send their cattle north to sell them, or they feed them themselves, and so, you know, I think more than anything, it boils down to ranches that have a lot larger head count on the calves, on the number of calves that they're marketing. And, you know, here, you know, my bread and butter is guys that have, you know, 100 or less cows.
Right.
You know, and yeah, I've got some guys that have a lot more than that sell with us, but there's just a lot of people in this part of the world, and in Oklahoma and the Texas Panhandle, that, you know, they're 200 to or less on their cows, and you know, a lot of them have outside jobs, and you know, they're not making all of their money off the ranch, and so we're just I think that's a lot of it is, you know, we just get a lot of little small consignments that add up to end up being lots, you know, large numbers, whereas, you know, you go very far south, you go very far north, and you just end up in a lot bigger area of ranches that have a lot more cows, and those guys tend to you know, retain ownership on their calves a lot longer, maybe even all the way through the feed yards.
Right. Yeah. And I know if people has not traveled all over Texas, there's a lot of difference between the Texas Panhandle and South Texas. I mean,
Yeah.
a lot of difference. There's some great cattle in the Texas Panhandle. I see them all the time, and I know people that's got ranches out there that's got great cattle. You go down there, like where I was working down there, right on the border, just south of Carrizo Springs, and you know, there's cattle running through that. They got rattlesnakes down there that are 8-10 foot long, big as your arm or bigger, and that's mean country down there. And you see they round them up with helicopters.
Yeah. Well, and you know, another thing, you know, Oklahoma is to my knowledge, is the only state that's cut into quarter sections. You know, from the land run, way back when, we're cut up into quarter sections, which gave a lot more people an advantage, the possibility of land ownership. You know, when you get into Texas and Kansas, and you get into a lot more vast acreages of land pretty quick. You know, not everything's cut into quarter sections. So Oklahoma's very unique in that aspect. That you know, we're cut up into 160 acre tracts, and have been since the land run. So you know that it takes a lot longer for somebody to come to Oklahoma and put together a vast, large acreage ranch than it does probably anywhere else in the world. So.
Well, what I seen in those cows down there that might have a little Bramer in them, or Santa Gertrudis down there on that. I was working on the Briscoe Ranch, which I think now, since the King Ranch sold off part of their stuff, that's probably one of the largest ranches in Texas. But man, I seen cows down there that had baby calves on them and still had their other calves hanging out with them. Their tails were dragging, and I was just like, and then one day I was out on the floor on the workover rig, and they was doing their helicopter deal, and they was rounding up cattle on that Galvan. I don't remember if it was Galvan or the Briscoe Ranch, and I'm telling you what, 2 helicopters to round them up, and them suckers were not walking. I mean, it was better than going to the national finals.
That's what I was saying. I bet that was a sight to see.
Yeah, because down there you don't know if they're rounding up illegals or cattle, but these here was the cowboys and the helicopters, and then that's a whole different lifestyle down there.
Yes,
they can have it. Well, Brandon, I'm going to let you get back to your Christmas shopping. And I was going to say I'll see you Friday, but I'm sorry I can't. I'm going to be on the road. But
sounds like you're headed for a good time. But you try to stay out of trouble, you know, to walk that fine line right between, you know, having a good time but not getting in trouble.
My wife will be with me. And then I guess I upset the cranky old lady because she was not at church Sunday. I guess I guess she didn't want to hug me again.
Oh dear.
So, but anyway, will you tell her I said hello?
I will for sure tell her Thursday and Friday both if I see her.
All right. Thanks, Brandon. We'll talk to you later.
You bet. Thank you, Jimmy.
Okay. Let's take a Stockman's Vet break. We'll come back. We'll have your Northwestern Oklahoma ag weather update and a little update on some hay prices. And then we'll take another break and we'll come back and we'll do Hay Day Tuesdays brought to you by Great Plains Bank. Be right back after this.
Oh, Jimmy's all wound up and ready to go. Today in Ag with Jimmy Clark.
Need to dig it? Then it's time to rent it. But call 811 first and then head on over to DJ's Rentals and Sales and let their knowledgeable staff help you get it started. Whether it's a backhoe, a post hole digger, a mini excavator, or a skid steer that you need to help make that job a little easier. You can find them all and more at DJ's Rentals and Sales, 911 South Main Street in Elk City. Text them on the text line at 580-799-7214. Find and follow them on Facebook. And don't forget to call 811 first.
That life insurance that I have on myself, it's not for me. It's for my wife, that she doesn't have to sell the home. She doesn't have to go worry about how am I going to make this car payment? How am I going to come up with the cost out of pocket to pay this funeral? Because, that's an expensive cost. And it's a cost that you're going to have. If you had a machine in your garage that made money, it was a money-making machine. You went out every day and you flipped the switch on that machine and it generated money to pay your bills. Would you insure that machine? I've never had anybody say no. Sure they would. Well, you are that machine. You flip your switch on every morning when you get up. You flip your switch on when you go to work, but yet we don't insure ourselves. It doesn't make any sense to me. Hi, I'm Mickey Lively. I'm an insurance agent with Oklahoma Farm Bureau. My office is located in Greer County. Call me anytime at 580-782-3827.
Life insurance and annuity products offered through Farm Bureau Life Insurance Company. Property and casualty products are offered through Oklahoma Farm Bureau Mutual Insurance and affiliated companies.
Kent Watkins here with SEI Agritech in Elk City, Oklahoma. Winter is right around the corner. Don't wait to secure the best nutrition for your herd. Call now to book your winter contracts for cattle feed, including our premium Mix 30 liquid feed. Give your cattle the edge this season and make sure they stay healthy during the cold winter months. Call us or stop by today here at SEI Agritech in Elk City for all of your feed needs. Follow us on Facebook for updates and more information.
Meet AgSense 365 from Valley. They've combined their best in-class remote irrigation management applications into one powerful platform. Easily manage everything from pivots to pumps and more, anytime, anywhere, all with AgSense 365. Contact Knutson Irrigation at 1-800-373-9325 today to learn more about AgSense 365, the most intuitive app for remote irrigation management. Online at KnutsonIrrigation.com.
I've banked First National my whole life as an ag producer. We understand. I'm over here in Elk City. Monty's over at Sayre. We're both operators. We have a real-life experience on the situation. If times are tough, it's not just for our customers. We feel it too. When it's dry, when rates are up, we're able to communicate with management and everybody, hey, this is the situation. Our customers feel comfortable knowing that we get what they're talking about. I'm Jason Redd, and I help make the difference at First National Bank and Trust of Elk City and Sayre.
Member FDIC.
As a farmer or rancher, you're always looking for ways to save time and money. The Apache Hay Wagon from Everett's Welding in Visay, Oklahoma will help you do just that. The Apache Hay Wagon eliminates 80 to 90% of hay waste with its unique design. It hauls multiple bales, saving you time and money. Go by Everett's Welding today and ask to see the Apache Hay Wagon. You'll be glad you did. You can also visit them online at everettswelding.com.
Oh, Jimmy's all wound up and ready to go. Here comes more of Today in Ag with Jimmy Clark.
Yeehaw! Welcome back. Alba, Oklahoma. Here's your Northwestern Oklahoma ag weather update. 52 feels like 52. 20 is the dew point. 28 is humidity. South wind 16 with wind gust up to 21. 52 100ths of an inch of rain, a little over half inch of rain in the last 10 days. 3-day average 4-inch bare soil temperature, 41 degrees. Sunset at 5:19. Sunny, 53 degrees today. 24 clear tonight. Tomorrow, not as warm as today, 46 and partly sunny. There you have it. I wanted to share something. Most of you probably already read it if you get the Cow Calf Corner weekly email, but I wanted to share this with you guys from Dr. Peel. It's titled Back to Fundamentals, hopefully, is what he's saying. After a tremendous string of record cattle prices in the first 3 quarters of the year, the market was ripe for a significant correction. For the past 6 weeks, cattle futures and cash markets have been dominated by a near continuous stream of political rhetoric, speculation, and fears mixed with a small amount of reality. Hopefully, the federal government is distracted now by other things and will spend less time meddling into cattle and beef markets. The political uncertainty provided outside money in the cattle futures with big long positions, an opportunity to take some profits, and aided by computers, have no doubt pulled live and feeder futures to a low and taking cash markets with them. Much of the outside money will likely reset positions going forward. After all futures markets left several chart gaps in the correction that look to be filling back up right now. Many cattle markets can get back to fundamentals, which have not changed throughout all this. With some government data flowing again, the fundamental picture has clearly not changed from the trajectory of heading into the shutdown. The October and November cattle on feed reports show continuous slow erosion of feedlot inventories, with placements and marketing showing a more dramatic picture of tight cattle supplies. October placements were the lowest in the data series since back in 1996, and the 12-month moving average of placements showed the average feedlot percent year over year and average inventories the past year are at the lowest since November of 2018. After 12 consecutive months of declining feedlot inventories are expected to continue decreasing with smaller feeder cattle supplies, no Mexican feeder imports, and heifers retentions still ahead. The October heifer on feed inventory was 38.1%, unchanged from the July level. So far this year, fed steer and heifer slaughters is down 5.2% since June. But since June is down 7.6% from a year ago. Steer and heifer carcass weights are higher again this year, but not enough to offset declining slaughter. Feed beef production is down 2.7% so far this year, and combined with 8.2% year over year decrease as nullified beef production leads to a decrease in total beef production of 3.6% year over year. In the past 24 weeks, beef production is down 5.8%. Cattle markets are expected to recover from the correction, but the timing is very unclear, according to Dr. Peel. With the year winding down and holidays approaching, cash and future mostly coast out the remainder of the year and reset in January. However, if the politicians will be quiet, significant recovery might happen in the next couple of weeks before December finally wraps up. So there we go. I just wanted to share that with you guys. Hey, let's before we go to another break, let's check out, if I can get out of this without closing everything, let's check out the Central Crop Care out of Hobart, Oklahoma's grain market update real quick. I didn't do it with him a while ago. Let me refresh and see what's going on. Kansas City hard red winter wheat, December, 512, down 4 3/4. Probably the last day I say anything about December. March is 531, up 4 3/4. May is 542, up 4 1/2. Corn, March, 448, up 3 1/2. May is up 3 1/2, also at 456. Soybeans for January, down 3 1/2 at 1124. Down for March, down 3 actually at 1135. Soybean oil, January, 52.64, up 28. Soybean meal, January, 311.90 up 270. March is 317 even up or down 250. Sorry, both of them down. Cattle market looks great for today. Notice how I covered myself there. Live cattle, December 218.25 up 405. February is up 447 at 220.40. April is 222.17 up 462. Feeder cattle for January 328.87 up 780. March is 322.97 up 745, and April's 322.37 up 752. Lean hogs February down 7 cents at 80.22 and down 35 for April at 83.92. Let's go ahead and take us another Stockman's Vet break. When we come back, get your pencil and pen ready, gentlemen and ladies. Got some hay to sell you.
Jimmy's all wound up and ready to go. Today in Ag with Jimmy Clark.
You don't want to let your cotton set in the field day after day waiting to be ginned. Now to better serve you, the cotton farmers in Oklahoma and the Texas Panhandle, Lone Star Gin has processed over 540,000 bales of cotton. They've got locations in Pampa, Texas, and now in Burns Flat, Oklahoma. Lone Star Gin has the ability to process over 2,400 bales per day. All they do is gin cotton. Go to LoneStarGin.com for more information, and you can find them on Facebook.
This Christmas, be sure and visit Dameron Jewelers in downtown Elk City and enjoy savings throughout the store. You'll find Western Oklahoma's finest selection of diamonds, plus custom jewelry pieces, Fossil, Baby G, G-Shock, and Citizens men's and women's watches, unique gift ideas, and more. Holiday hours, they'll be open every Monday through Saturday after Thanksgiving through December 20th, and open Sunday, December 21st from 1 to 5, and Christmas Eve from 9 to 4. Remember, this holiday season, shop local, shop smart, shop Elk City, and shop Dameron Jewelers in downtown Elk City, where they're famous for diamonds.
Briley Bacca is an investment advisor representative of and advisory services offered through Royal Fund Management, LLC, an SEC-registered investment advisor.
Every dollar you save for retirement has a silent partner, and it's your crazy Uncle Sam. He's waiting with his hand out, ready to take a chunk of your IRA, your 401k, and even your Social Security if you're not careful. But here's the truth. You can fight back. With the right strategy, you can keep more of your hard-earned money in your pocket and out of Washington's. At Advanced Financial Strategies, we specialize in family wealth management, helping families in western Oklahoma cut down on future tax bills, maximize income, and keep control of their financial future. Don't wait for the IRS to decide how much of your retirement you get to keep. Call me, Briley Bacca, a certified financial planner professional here in Clinton, at 323-6800, or visit our website, retirewithbacca.com. Advanced Financial Strategies, your money, your future, your choice.
Do you love the great outdoors? Maybe you enjoy trap shooting or skeet shooting, or maybe getting some target practice in at the firing range is your thing. If you're that person, you love guns. Hobart Farm and Garden has a whole room dedicated to guns, gun safes, ammunition, and more. It's quite impressive. You got to go check it out. They are Western Oklahoma's platinum Browning dealer and Glock stocking dealer. They're located at 1030 South Monroe in Hobart, Oklahoma. If they don't have it, you don't need it. Hobart Farm and Garden.
This is the Western Oklahoma Livestock Auction Market Report for Monday, December 1st. 388 head were sold. 9 head of steers at $574 brought $359. 38 at $595 brought $355. 6 at $601 brought $375. 4 at $666 brought $337.50. 13 at $757 brought $332. 100 at $775 brought $332. 4 head of heifers at $503 brought $365. 9 at $529 brought $357.50. 3 at $567 brought $315. 3 at $610 brought $310. 13 at $645 brought $327.50. 11 at $677 brought $310. Butcher cows 5 to $163. Butcher bulls brought $167 to $183. Western Oklahoma Livestock Auction exit 71, Clinton, Oklahoma. Sale every Monday at 10 a.m. To consign, call Brendan Hickey, 580-497-6095.
He loves to talk about farming and ranching. Here's more of Today in Ag with Jimmy Clark.
All right, welcome back. Here's your Hobart Farm and Garden, southwestern Oklahoma ag weather update. I picked the big town of Hollis, 53 degrees. Dew point's 20, humidity's 26, the wind's out of the south. At 16 was wind gust up to 23. 49 is the 3-day average 4-inch bare soil temperature. 528 is the sunset. Sunny, 55 degrees today. 30 for a low tonight, and tomorrow mostly sunny and 53 degrees with northwest to north winds. All right, you guys got your pencil and pen ready? Got a new one. Matter of fact, I'm going to start out with a new one that just came on the old Fowler Agency text line. Cow hay, it's blue stem and native mix, 5.5 foot bales, $45 a bale. At Carter, Oklahoma, 580-660-1306, 580-660-1306 for some cow hay, blue stem native mix, round bales at $45. Also here northeast of Elk City, hay bales, blue stem native grass and legumes mixture. Sounds like some really good hay. I didn't get a price, but said it was very nutritious. Call 821-1611, 580-821-1611 for some blue stem native grass and legume mixture hay. Oh, see, over by Sayre, we got 153 bales of blue stem Bermuda grass mix, $60 a bale. Got 92 bales of native grass hay mixed with love grass, $20 a bale. And then got 74 wheat rye mixed hay at $50 a bale. 580-729-2436. 580-729-2436. Blue stem Bermuda grass mix, $60. 92 bales of native love grass mix, $20 a bale. Somebody looking for a deal, that's a deal. You need some grinding hay or, I don't know, feed it. 74 bales of wheat rye mix at $50 a bale. That is 729-2436 over between Elk City and Sayre. And then, what do we got here going on? We got 230 bales of rye hay. This good stuff, he says, down by Carter. South Carter, $70 a bale, can haul for extra. 580-821-4816. 230 bales of rye hay. This good stuff, been fertilized and there's no weeds in it. South Carter, $70 a bale, can haul. 580-821-4816. And then we got, what do we got here? 80 bales of fertilized love grass hay over by Allison, Texas. $60 a bale. Delivery available. 580-449-1192. 580-449-1192 for 80 bales of fertilized love grass hay. $60 a bale over by Allison. And then we got 100 bales of Milo hay down by Hobart, $50 a bale. Has some good grain in it. 580-530-1032 for some Milo hay. Got grain in it. $50 a bale for big round bales. 580-530-1032. And what do we got here? 150 bales of number one quality hay grazer. 1,200 pound round bales tested for nitrates, $75 a bale. 11 to 1,200 pound bales of horse quality teff grass, $75 a bale. Loading is available. Delivery is available. Elk City Retrop area, 580-821-2355. Then we got 200 bales of love grass, native grass mix, $45 a bale. Up by Sharon in Woodward County, 580-334-8989, 8989, 334-8989. Trucking's available. 200 bales of love grass, native grass mix, $45 a bale in Woodward County, close to Sharon. How about that? And I think we got one more here. 400 bales of Sudan hay, 5x6 bales. Small stem, 3.5 wraps on it, down by Altus, 580-477-1255. 580-477-1255 96.5. One more. 80 bales of fertilized and weed-free wheat hay, $70 a bale. 580-729-2299. 729-2299 for some fertilized and weed-free wheat hay, $70 a bale. Got about 80 bales. That's what, 3 truckloads? You can do it. All right. Okay, I hope you guys enjoyed the day. See you tomorrow. It's the Day in Ag with Jimmy Clark, brought to you by First National Bank and Trust, Elk City, and Sarah America. God bless.